And a welcome to the Agar Stadium for the 95th League Derby between Hertford Town and Ware. And certainly over the years we wonder if there has been a more important one than this. Ware top of the table in Ismail League Division 1 South Central. Hertford still not assured of safety at the other end of the table in 16th position. Two teams very much with everything to play for. Thankfully the rain that fell on Thursday has not meant that we had a pitch inspection here, although there was evidently some doubt a little way before the kick-off as to whether this one would go ahead, but it very much does. Both teams out on the field. I'm giving the team news, but the team news of Hertford Town is fairly simple because Ben Hurd, who's suspended today, keeps an unchanged lineup from the team that won 2-0 here against Chipstead 2 weeks ago. So they'll have Nick Hayes in goal, and the back four from right to left of Nathan Thuma, Max Jessup, Chris Goslin and Toby Byron. Isaac Pedro and James Dewars in the centre of midfield. Ben Wayman on the left, Kit Brown on the right, and Luke Geimer playing just behind Alfie Q. On the subs bench for Hertford, Dane Batt, Sam Oyanorin, Dan Pett, Gizowek Jagdev and David Ogbonna. It's Paul Halsey who's made the changes to his Ware lineup. He hasn't been happy with the way they've been playing in the past few weeks. He wasn't happy particularly with the 0-0 against Marlow this time last week, but he does only make 2 changes to that side. Tom Bruno still is banned. His second match of his 2-game suspension. He's here, but not in a playing capacity. But the 2 changes to the team that took to the field against Marlow this time last week. Out go Andre McCollin and Harry Watkins onto the bench, and in come William Stanqua and Lewis Rhodes, who's now recovered from that bout of illness which kept him out of the side for a few games. So where we'll line up with Callum Kitchka in goal. I think it's going to be a back 3. Dan Rumans, Lewis Rose and Gareth Madden. Pat Adamson and Maxen Fraser will be the wing backs. Lee Rose will anchor the midfield with William Stanker on the left, Josh Williams on the right, and Albert Adu playing just behind top scorer Liam Hope. Plenty of options on the bench for Paul Halsey in Dave Kendall, Andre McCollin, Harry Watkins, Ala Ujdi, and of course Tommy Wade, who round about this time last year was here at Hertford as manager. Just about get underway then, the 95th East Herts League derby, and the ball threaded out on this near side to Kit Brown, who doesn't manage to keep it in. We'll get the thoughts of Kit Brown on this one, of course, because he's our guest on 90 Minutes tomorrow evening between 9 and 10:30. So Hertford kicking from left to right. Early boot forward by William Stanqua as Nick Hayes coming out on the edge of his area to collect the ball. Hertford just 1 defeat in 4, 2 clean sheets in that time. Ware unbeaten in their last 8, but they have been dropping points as they did last week against Marlow. Well, Simon is here alongside me as always, and we'll keep you in touch with what's happening elsewhere in this division. Could be quite significant this afternoon with Westfield home to Chertsey and Hanwell at home to Tooting and Mitcham. As expected, the big crowd we were thinking here. There was a queue to get in. I think there is still people that are queuing outside to get in. When was the last time we had a queue outside an East Herts derby? When it was 2 minutes into play. Pedro clears the ball to Kit Brown on the halfway line. Chipped down this right wing by James Stewards, but Brown couldn't keep it in, and it's William Stanqua who will go and collect. A little bit of a change to that Ware lineup I gave you. It does look as if Pat Adamson's playing in a more advanced position down the left. William Stanqua is the left back, and Gareth Madden is operating as the shield to the back 4. So actually Paul Halsey's gone with a back 4 here, and he's playing Gareth Madden in that kind of position we saw Dave Kendall in when Ware played Tooting and Mitcham. So Josh Williams has it on that far side for Ware, all in orange this afternoon. Maxen Fraser tries to get it into the box. It's partially hit out by Chris Goslin, but Ware still have it back with Albert Adu, puts it across, and Nick Hayes is down. First save by a goalkeeper, but you expect the big 6'5" goalkeeper on loan from Norwich City to make that. Good bit of Ware support behind that goal being defended over our left-hand side. Toby Byron in possession for Hertford. Looks to pick out Guymer, but Ware saw that out. But Hertford will get it back with Luke Guymer. Down the line for Ben Wayman. He gives it away to Lee Rose. Lee Rose gives it back to Toby Byron. Byron turns away from Gareth Madden and finds Ben Wayman down the left-hand side. Wayman turns inside Max M. Fraser, finds Guymer, but in the end it was Gareth Madden who went down, and Ware get themselves a free kick. So Ware's away record, an impressive one. 9 wins, 1 draw, 3 defeats, 31 scored, 19 conceded. But so they have been wobbling just a little bit of late. Been behind in a couple of games, of course, notably the one at Harlow, at Northwood against Tooting and Mitcham, but they've shown enough character to come back and win all 3 of those. As Callum Kitchker puts the ball to the edge of the Hertford area, onto the head of Liam Obi. Can't control it. Liam's gone down and stayed down as Albert Adu comes up with the ball for Ware. Far side finds Josh Williams. Williams plays it in field for Lee Rose, who's in a good position here. Tries to chip in Josh Williams on the far side, but it was good defending by Nathan Puma. I can tell you also that Hamwell are 1-0 down against Tooting and Mitcham, so the Ware supporters behind the goal will like that. Hamwell 0, Ware and Tooting and Mitcham 1, Hamwell 0. And meanwhile, James Stewart has flown into a challenge on Lee Rose on the far side. Lee has stayed down, and the referee is going to produce a card here. So the first yellow of the East Herts derby is going to go by way of Hertford's James Stewart after only 5 minutes of the match. Lee Rose still down. We know Lee's had trouble with that ankle, of course, but hopefully he will be okay. Stewart's getting a talking to from the referee. Jordan Martin, by the way, is the referee this afternoon. Robert Stanley and Chris Dennis is 2 referees' assistants. Lee Rose looks like he's going to be okay, and Ware have got themselves a free kick midway inside our Hertford half, right on that far side of the field. Lee Rose still waiting, just having a little bit of a word with the referee, but I think a yellow card probably was just about right for James Stewart. Got to expect him in a local derby, haven't you? So Lee gets up, looks okay, and can see that another scoring is coming. I've got scores coming in from left and right here. Bracknell have gone 1-0 up against Harlow, and we talked to Nicky Ironton last week, who's got a close look on this division, and he was saying that the talk is everybody ranks Bracknell the best team at the moment, and they're going to pose a real threat come the run into the season. Well, they're doing well. 1-0 up against Harlow already. Ware have got a free kick though, and they're on the head of the table at the moment. Albert Adu will be taking it. Lewis Rose has come up from the back, as has Dan Rumans. Ben Wayman is the one-man Hertford wall. Adu's going to put it in with the right boot. Liam Open, Max Jessup just wrestling about on the edge of the area. Adu waiting patiently as the referee trying to sort out what shenanigans are going on the edge of the box. Here comes the kick from Albert Adu. Doesn't beat the first man, who's Isaac Pedro, who skies it out on that far side. Ben Wayman will attempt to keep it in for Hertford and does. He's got Albert Adu behind him. Josh Williams is there as well, and Ware managed to get themselves a throw-in. And Max M. Fraser will come to take the throw-in on that far side. I've seen that the queue has relented a little bit outside the ground now. Everybody that wants to be in is in. 402 at Watson Park for the first meeting of these two. I think it could be a bit bigger here as the ball ricochets about the Hertford area. Gareth Madden fires it in and straight into the arms of Nick Hayes quite comfortably. Hayes bowls it out to Alfie Q, who finds Dan Ruman snapping at his ankles and unfairly doing so, says Jordan Martin, our referee. So Hertford will get themselves a free kick marginally inside their own half. It's going to be Isaac Pedro, the skipper, who's going to take it. Pedro chips it forward, looking for Alfie Q. Rumans is there above him though, and Pat Adamson will pick it up. Look for Liam Hope. Max Jessup looks to have that under control for Hertford. Plays it back to Nick Hayes, who has to be quick, because he had Josh Williams bearing down on him, and the linesman's flag goes up on this near side for Kit Brown being in an offside position. So Ware will have themselves a free kick. Noise from either end of the Acre Stadium. Hertford fans at the stable end, Ware fans at the other end when Nick Hayes is defending. It's his opposite number, Callum Kishka, who's going to take the kick here. 15 yards inside his own half. The ball breaks on the far side off the boot of Toby Byron and goes away for the first corner of the afternoon, which Ware will have. No Tom Bruno in the lineup, of course. He's very much the dead ball expert. So Albert Adu is going to have the responsibility of taking the corner from that far side. Lewis Rose and Dan Rumans once again have made their way up from the back. Hertford have kept 3 forward here. So Ware have got 3 defenders marking them, with Gareth Madden as well back. This corner comes low from Adu for Liam Hope. Chips it to the near post, bounces off of Fuma. Comes back to Liam Hope again. Is Dan Rumans on the edge of the area. Thought about the shot but couldn't adjust his feet. On the far side he finds Liam Hope, puts it in and just goes over the top of the crossbar. Oh, Liam might feel he should have done better with that. First chance occurs, and on the far side Ware have got a problem with Albert Adu, who's gone down. So Ware players in the wars early on here. Albert Adu, who took that corner, has stayed down on the far side. It was the short corner to the near post. We've seen them pull that off so many times this season, but Nathan Fuma was the defender in the way, and in the end the chance went begging on that far side. So Adu down, getting a little bit of treatment as Nick Hayes spots the ball on the edge of his 6-yard box. Haven't had a count up, but it's the biggest crowd I've seen here in a few years, no doubt about that, as Adu just kneels up on that far side. I mean, Hertford's home record this season, 15 played, 4 wins, 2 draws, 9 defeats, 19 scored, 42 conceded. But it's got to be said they're a much better side now than the one that conceded all those goals earlier on in the season. Just 6 of this side played in the 3-3 at Watson Park, where 7 members of the Ware side represented their team on that day. Nick Hayes rather slices his kick on this near side onto the head of Pat Adamson. Josh Williams reacts, but Pedro gets there first. Chris Gosling waves everybody away and then just skies it up onto the air on the head of Lee Rose. Gosling will get it back though, manages to turn and find Max Jessup. Jessup for James Stewart. He's miskicked it. Here's Pat Adamson on the edge of the area. That looked like a handball, but here's Liam Hope. Hope turns it in for Albert Adu. Adu's shot is blocked by Isaac Pedro, and Hertford get out of one. There's a good ball on this near side. Kit Brown on the counter-attack. Well, it did look possibility of a handball against Nathan Fumo, but Ware definitely didn't make the most of the opportunity as Alfie Koo goes down. I don't think Albert Adu is going to be able to continue here. He's gone down again on the edge of the Hertford penalty area. And this will be a major blow to Paul Hall's team. Albert Adu shaking his head. He looks to be in some discomfort. And this will be a major blow. Andre McCollin has immediately got up and started warming up, as has Harry Watkins. So you imagine it possibly would be McCollin who'd come on. And they are signalling Albert Adu is not going to play any further part in the 95th East Herts League derby. 12 minutes in, and that's a major blow for Ware. As Adu departs, injured. So it'll be interesting to see what Paul Halsey's going to do here. He's shouting down. I think Harry Watkins is going to be the one because he's coming back. But that's a big blow for Ware, particularly, of course, not only with this game, but game against Hamwell to come next week. It's going to be Harry Watkins who's the man who's going to come on to replace Albert Adu, who's limping off. Looks like possibly a thigh problem. And concerned looks on the faces of the Ware fans behind the goal, away to our left-hand side. So Watkins will slot into that natural role, playing behind Liam Hope. He has been successful there this season. He scored 5 times. But Adu taking his time to get to the sideline here. We, of course, will get the thoughts of both managers after this one. They'll be on 90 Minutes tomorrow night with myself and Simon Alamandi, And Paul Halsey will no doubt tell us what the latest is on Albert Adu. But early substitution forced on Ware here. Adu goes off. Harry Watkins comes on. Meanwhile, the Hertford got a free kick about 10 yards inside the Ware half. Isaac Pedro waits to take it. Harry Watkins waits to come on the pitch, as he does now. So Isaac Pedro will take the kick. Albert Adu's just gone and sat on the bench. Pedro's kick. That's Callum Kitchka coming out, collecting very comfortably on the edge of his 6-yard box. As expected, Harry Watkins just slotted into that position just behind Liam Hope. It's either him or Andre McCollin, I guess. He could have even brought Al Rushdie, who's played in that position. Long kick by Kishka. Adamson pounces on it, finds Liam Hope. Liam turns away from Luke Geimer, then gives the ball away. Kit Brown's brought down by William Stanqua. Hertford just having a little bit of a word. Hertford fans saying off, which is a little bit presumptuous, I think. But referee just waiting to make sure Kit is okay, and waves William Stanqua away. Doesn't need a physio, but Hertford are going to get themselves a free kick. Scrappy start, it's got to be said to this one. About 14 minutes in, no real chances for either side. One yellow card by way of James Stewart, and headline news is that Ware have lost Albert Adu. So Chris Goslin will take the kick for Hertford inside their half of the centre circle. Centre place in midfield. Goslin taking his time, chips it forward on this near side. William Stanqua had covered the run of Kit Brown, and Adamson picks up for Ware and then promptly gives it away. Alfie Q, I haven't seen a lot of him in the opening stage, as Nathan Fuma drifts inside and then with the left boot bounces the ball off Gareth Madden's chest. Alfie Q does get it now, has to turn backwards into his own half for Max Jessup. Controls the ball, pushes it forward to Q again. He finds Isaac Pedro. Pedro even further back into his own half for Max Jessup. He's got Goslin on the far side. Comes to this near side for Nathan Fuma. James Stewart puts it out of play on this near side. And all of that comes to absolutely nothing. William Stanqua will take the throw in for Ware. Stanqua taking his time, puts it down the line, bounces it off of Liam Hope's head, out by Gosling, back in by Gareth Madden. Ball bounces on the edge of the area. James Stewart gets there ahead of Adamson and brings in Kit Brown. There's Luke Geimer. Geimer down the line looking for Alfie Q, but goes fairly harmlessly out of play, and Ware get themselves another throw in on this near side. Big games coming. Well, every game a cup final for Ware, that's what they're saying. And really is a cup final this time next week when they're at home to Hamwell Town in Watson Park. We'll be there with 90 Minutes Saturday Live. As the throw on this near side up for Liam Hope's boot, pushed away by Gosling, and Maxim Fraser just brings down Toby Byron on the far side. And once again the scrappy nature of the opening period of this East Herts derby comes to the fore here. So you can still see there's still people coming in here. Bracknell have gone 2-0 up against Harlow. So perhaps to be expected. Team on a roll of Bracknell. At far side of the field, Byron chips it forward for Ben Wayman. Wayman's got Maxim Fraser all over him. Fraser manages to wrestle the ball away and win Ware a free kick. Almost right on the halfway line. Far side of the field. They're absolutely packed in behind the stable end. And another score coming in here. Thanks to Phil, who's just trying to find it. Marlow gone 1-0 up against Chipstead. So wheels seem to be falling off a little bit for Chipstead. I think Marlow have still got an outside chance. As we saw last week, they are a very solid team. They don't offer a great deal up front, but when they get in front defensively, it's difficult to come from behind against them. So Maxim Fraser will take the free kick from just inside the Hertford half Long one to the edge of the area. Liam Hope heads it on. Here's Lewis Rose. Oh, and Toby Byron manages to put it behind for a corner. First big chance. Off of Liam Hope's head. Lewis Rose didn't get full contact. Goalkeeper was beaten, and there was Toby Byron to put it behind for a corner. Can tell you that following a pitch inspection, hashtag United against St Margaret's in the Essex Senior League is off. So no play there. Corner here. Harry Watkins will take the corner. Chips it and in-game down Rumans. Good clearance by James Stewart. Lee Rhodes has found his brother Lewis. Right-hand side of the box. Lewis Rose tries to put the ball across. He does. Over everybody. Out by Nathan Fuma. Guymer first to react, but he's given it away to Harry Watkins, who's robbed by Kit Brown. Watkins and Fuma wrestling. Guymer trying to turn away from Dan Rumans and does. It's picking up a little bit of pace. Here's Alfie Q. Q's ball on the far side's a poor one, and Maxime Fraser is there to intercept its intended target of Ben Wayman. Q makes it difficult for Callum Kitchker, though, who just lobs the ball out of play for a Hertford throw-in. Guymer for Ben Wayman. Wayman inside for Guymer, eludes both of them away by Lewis Rose, only onto the head of Liam Hope, and Jessup will pick it up midway inside his own half. Looks for Chris Gosling on the far side, who stumbles on it. And Toby Byron gets him out of trouble, and Nick Hayes has got to rush way out of his area to stop the ball going out for a corner, which he does. Hayes right-footed towards the halfway line, the head of Gareth Madden. Madden chips it forward. Liam Hope was offside, and it'll run through fairly harmlessly to Nick Hayes in the goal away to our left-hand side. Hayes then, big goalkeeper. Played such a part in certain games for Hertford this season as Nick Hayes. And a really good signing for them. Long ball forward. Dan Rumans has read that. Gareth Madden with Alfie Q. Madden comes away with a ball. Madden brought down by Isaac Pedro. And Ware this time have themselves a free kick. Just inside the Hertford half. Well, blue touch papers there, but yet to be ignited in the 95th East Hearts League derby. Hertford have had the better things over the years, 43 wins to Ware's 30 for a series that started way back in 1909 here with a 4-3 win for Hertford. Long kick forward by Dan Rumans, looking for Josh Williams. Williams brings it down but then gives it away to Toby Byron. Dewars, long ball forward, looking for Wayman. Maxime Fraser ducks down. Lets the ball go over the top of his head for a throw-in to Ware. Last Hertford win here, by the way. 2-1, 30th September 2017. Gareth Madden, who's out there, played in that game, as did Ala Ushti. And Tommy Wade was on the opposite bench. He was on the Hertford bench on that afternoon. As Lee Rose and Dewars, as the ball's given away. And Gareth Madden and Isaac Pedro is going to get himself booked. One too many for the skipper, and so he joins James Stewart in the referee's notebook. Isaac coming towards our referee, Jordan Martin. And I tell you, Welling Garden City have gone 1-0 down against North Lee in the Southern League Division 1 Central. Not what Nicky Ironton would have wanted. Got a few players back. George Ironton back. Jack Vasey both back in the starting lineup. Elliot Bailey on the bench. So North Lee were 11th this morning, 1-0 up at the Isabel Hospice. No goals here at the Acre Gars as Harry Watkins prepares to take the free kick for Ware. Midway inside the Hertford half. Far side of the field. Referee again keeping an eye on what's going on the edge of the box. Absolute flurry of players. Stewart's having a word with him, so something's going off. Lewis Rose being called towards him, and referee wants a little bit of a chat with Nathan Fuma and Lewis Rose on this particular occasion. Harry Watkins, hands on the hips, patiently waits to take the kick. Fuma's getting the first word from the referee. He's protests his innocence. Lewis Rose does likewise. Toby Byron's come over to add to the conversation. But Harry Watkins just picks the ball up and replaces it down again as he prepares to take the free kick. Watkins with the free kick then to the edge of the area, headed out by Isaac Pedro. Headed on that far side by Gareth Madden to Josh Williams, who was offside. Williams pulls up a little bit there. Ware could do without having another injury, as James Stewart will leave the ball for Nick Hayes. So 23 minutes gone here. The Acre Girls just joined us. Very good afternoon. Welcome along to 90 Minutes Saturday Live in conjunction with East Hearts Radio. And to be honest, you haven't missed a great deal. Headline news, as I said earlier, Albert Adu having to go off for Ware early on in this one. Neither keeper unduly troubled. Toby Byron, the only one coming to Hertford's rescue, and I think Gareth Madden's going to get a booking here for challenge on the halfway line. And indeed, so the Yellow Guards are building up. Gareth Madden, the club captain for Ware, he's going to be the first of their players to be booked. So 3 bookings so far. Chris Goslin is the player who felt the challenge. Goslin still down. Just about a foot or so inside the Ware half. It's going to be okay though. He gets up. So the free kick will be taken by James Stewart over on that far side of the field. Stewart then takes the kick to the right hand edge of the area. Alfie Q's there, Madden's there first. Lewis Rowe's clearance is none too good. It lands midway inside the Ware half, on by Dewars, but thumped forward by Lee Rose. Josh Williams is underneath there, has to wait for the ball to bounce. Turns away from Toby Byron. Williams back for Gareth Madden. Madden down the line looking for Maxim Fraser. Ben Wayman was there though, and Wayman will use enough strength to police the ball across for a goal kick. So the goal kick to be taken by Nick Hayes from the goal away to our left hand side, where supporters just having a little bit of a banter behind the goal here, the left hand side. Meanwhile the referee's going off to the halfway line for something, but hasn't spotted anything too bad, as Nick Hayes will take the goal kick. Dewar's come short, but decides that isn't a particularly appropriate option. So Hayes waits to take this one forward. Tooting and Mitcham have gone 2-0 up at Hamwell. Good day it could be for Ware if they can get a goal here. Gosling forward, looking for Dewars onto the arm of Lee Rose, and it's going to be a free kick. So Tooting and Mitcham will still think they're within a shout. They were down in 8th place this morning, but they have got games in hand. So it really is going to get very tense towards the end of this season. And here's Alfie Q inside the area here. Alfie Q tries the shot, but in the end it bounces off of Dan Rumans and goes behind for Hertford's first corner of the afternoon. First time really that home side have threatened, and they've got a chance to threaten here. Luke Guyman's going to take the corner on this near side. Toby Byron has come up from the back. Chris Goslin's on the edge of the area. Ware have got 2 forward, Liam Hope and Josh Williams. Ben Wayman's now being pulled back to midway inside the Ware half. Here comes Guyman's corner. Corner to the near post, headed out well by Maxim Fraser. Only as far as Ben Wayman though. Wayman on this near side brings in Guyman again. Wayman's got a chance to get the ball across the box there. Wayman, maybe he fancies a shot, does put it on the far side to Kit Brown. Brown shot, and it's put in by Chris Gosling. Kit Brown put it across, and Chris Gosling has given Hertford Town the lead. Ware didn't defend the corner, and Hertford are 1 in front here. 28 minutes gone. Blue flares behind the goal. The stable end delighted. It's Hertford 1, Ware 0. Wow, Chris Gosling puts Hertford in front with their first attack of the match. And Kit Brown was involved. He was the man who set it up. And Ben Wayman put the ball across the box. And I can tell you, Westfield are down to Chertsey. So the top three in the division are all behind. As Toby Byron collects the ball on the far side and puts it out of play for a throw-in to Ware. So all the teams, all three teams at the top are trailing as Wayman comes away on that far side. Fraser's in the way. And Hertford will have themselves a throw-in, which Toby Byron will take. It was a scrappy goal, it's got to be said, but they all count. I'm sure Ben Hurd won't worry about it, but I'm sure Ballsy will. As Byron finds Isaac Pedro on the halfway line. He's there with Harry Watkins. Pedro back for Chris Gosling, the goal scorer. Second goal of the season for him. Finds James Stewart. Stewart, long ball forward. Q goes down on the challenge from Lewis Rose, and it's Hertford who get themselves the free kick. Well, when Hertford have gone ahead in games this season, they've only done it 10 times. They've won 4 of them, but they've lost 6. And Ware have come back from a losing position to draw 6 times and to win 6 times. And of course, if they do it again here, I mean, they've done it in 3 of their last 4 games. So James Stewart will take the free kick for Hertford on that far side of the field. Stewart's waiting once again. The referee seeing what's going on the edge of the area. Stewart chips it forward. Here comes Kitchker and collects it on the edge of his 6-yard box. Long kick forward by the Ware keeper. Liam Hope making progress, but Jessup does well and brings it down on the edge of his area. Thumps it clear to this near side under the head of William Stanqua. Pedro gets there ahead of Gareth Madden. Dan Rumans once again will sky it into the half at a half. Jessup's underneath it, so's Gosling. Back header finds Toby Byron. Byron shifts it from one foot to the other, brings in Isaac Pedro. Pedro will find Max Jessup. Jessup on this near side for Nathan Fuma. Fuma for Isaac Pedro. Pedro chips it near side for Luke Guymer. Guymer back for Fuma. Pedro again onto the edge of the area for Max Jessup. Jessup all the way back for Nick Hayes. Hayes for Max Jessup. Good controlled possession this by the home side. His ball forward in the end though. Lands at the feet of William Stanqua. Finds Lewis Rose. Rose for Maxen Fraser. Fraser though's given the ball away. Manages to get it back off Dewars, but Fraser again puts it forward, looking for Josh Williams, and Gosling and Byron almost getting each other's way, but Byron sorts that out with a neat bit of footwork and comes forward onto the halfway line. Fraser then just sticks out a leg and puts it out of play on that far side. Toby Byron will take the throw in for Hertford Town. Just joined us, they lead here 1-0. Goal after 27 minutes from Chris Gosling is what separates the two teams here in the 95th League East Hearts derby. And Arthur coming forward. Byron tries the shot, but was always going a little bit wide of the target. So I can tell you another score. Bracknell scored a third against Harlow. So they're the team that are going to profit from everything that's going on at the top of the table at the moment. Ware down, Amwell down, Westfield down, Chertsey winning because they were in 4th. Uxbridge still drawing, but Bracknell winning, who were in 6th. So could be interesting at the top of the table later on. Long way to go in this one though. Josh Williams brings it down. Byron on the far side for Chris Gosling. Gosling finds Byron again. We haven't really managed to get a foothold in this one as Lewis Rose puts it all the way back to Kishka and scuffs his shot horribly and puts the ball out of play midway inside the Ware half for a throw into Hertford Town. Wayman will take it, looking for Dewars who'd come up. Dewars is on the left-hand edge of the area. Dewars against Maxen Fraser, pulls the ball back to Wayman. In fact, it's Guymer who managed to get it across the box. Up goes Kit Brown. Nice header down. Q can't turn though, and good defending in the end by Lee Rose. Ware managed to get it clear, only as far as Gosling, who finds Max Jessup. Jessup on this near side for Nathan Fuma. Fuma down the line for Kit Brown. Brown forward, looking for Alfie Q. Q tries to turn away from Gareth Madden, can't do so. James Stewart. Fuma's got it. Midway inside the Ware half on this near side. Dewars down the line. Look for the run of Kit Brown. William Stanqua goes down. Referee gives a free kick. Kit Brown protests his innocence, but can tell you Amwell have got one back against Tooting and Mitcham. Amwell 1, Tooting and Mitcham 2. As Max Jessup has the ball on this near side. Finds Dewars, turns away from Lee Rose. You can sense confidence coming through the Hertford veins here. As I say that, though, Kit Brown gives the ball away to William Stanqua. Throw into Ware. Paul Halsey sitting rather resolute on the Ware bench at the moment. Stanqua will take the throw in. Down the line. Looks for Liam Hope. Adamson can't get hold of it, and Stanqua will get it back. Midway inside the Hertford half is the left back. As he will take the throw in, looking for Liam Hope. Liam's got it at his feet. He's got Max Jessup behind him. Liam Hope brought down by Nathan Fuma. And that's going to be a free kick to Ware. Right by the byline on this left-hand side. Harry Watkins is coming across to take it. Where have got Rumans and Lewis Rose coming up from the back. Hertford this time have only got 2 forward. Geimer and Wayman. Watkins trudging across to take the kick on this near side. Kit Brown is a one-man wall. We're looking to get back into this before half-time, which there are 12 minutes to go. So Harry Watkins waits for the referee's whistle. Ware fans gathered behind that goal, being defended by Nick Hayes. Watkins kick, chipped in, goalkeeper goes out, collects it very comfortably and bowls it out to Alfie Q. Could be a counter-attack on here for Hertford. It's 4 against 4 at the moment, but Q's ball down the line's a poor one, and Pat Adamson will sort it out for Ware and clear to Liam Hope on the halfway line. Hope looking for Josh Williams. He's there with Chris Gosling. Gosling lets it bounce and then brings it down on the edge of the area. Good experience by Gosling, although he's got Williams all over him. Gosling's given the ball away. Williams in, and super defended by James Stewart, just as Harry Watkins was looking to put the ball into the empty net. Excellent defending by Dewars, who absolutely flew across and got Chris Gosling out of trouble there. So we have another corner. Pressure building on the home side. The lead here by Chris Gosling's second goal of the season at the Acre Gars. Need a ball from the sidelines. Need someone to take the corner as well, which is going to be Harry Watkins again, we presume. Albert Adu having gone off, so Watkins takes the bed ball situation for the visitors. Harry Watkins comes to take the corner. Lewis Rose, Lee Rose, Dan Rumans, Liam Hope, all an aerial presence inside at Hertford penalty area. Hertford not the biggest team in this division. Ware will be looking to take advantage. As Watkins' corner to the far post is headed out by James Stewart, though. Back in the air by Gareth Madden, and up goes Hayes, and just lands on top of the goal net with Liam Hope in attendance should the goalkeeper have made a mistake. So Hayes will take the goal kick. Finds Max Jessup. Jessup down the line, looking for Alfie Q. William Stanqua's up well. Lee Rose lets it run for Harry Watkins, who's shown too much of it to James Stewart, but manages to get away with it, but then gives it away to Ben Wayman. Wayman, near side of the field, looking for Alfie Q. Q turns into his own half. Left-footed on that far side, looks to bring in Toby Byron. That's a good ball. Josh Williams goes across to cover for Ware. Byron, big and rangy left back, does give the ball away. 3 players converge on it, and Harry Watkins comes away with it. Long ball forward, looking for Liam Hope. It's Gosling again. Gosling again brings it down, but this time does a good job and finds Stewards. Stewards will bring in Max Jessup. Jessup Michael Bardle having a shout from the edge of the technical area. Hertford have given it away to William Stanquer, who finds Dan Rumans. Rumans forward, Barry Watkins. Watkins for Gareth Madden. Madden on this near side for Pat Adamson, whose control lets him down, and Jessup gets it clear for Hertford. Lewis Rose skies it on the far side, and the scrappy passage of play is completed as Ben Wayman brings the ball down and then loses it to Maxim Fraser. Fraser back into his own half for Lewis Rose. Lewis Rose, long ball forward, looking for Liam Hope. Got a thump in the back from Gosling, but Jessup manages to find Gosling again. Finds Guymer on that far side of the field. Guymer down the line for Ben Wayman. Wayman having a run against Lee Rose, then brings him down. And going to be a free kick to Ware. So I can tell you it is 1-1, Sawbridgeworth Town against Redbridge in the Essex Senior League. Redbridge, who conceded 6 at Saffron Walden Town on Tuesday night. And got a big Errington Cup quarter-final against Hoddesdon to come up later in this month. As Lewis Rose will take the kick. Referee just telling Gosling to get off the pitch, I think, because I'm not quite sure what that was all about. Chris Gosling's had to retreat to the sideline, and it's going to be a free kick which Lewis Rose will take with Hertford down to 10 men. So Rose will take the kick from midway inside his own half. Lands on the head of Gareth Madden, put on by Adamson and cleared by Isaac Pedro. As on this near side, William Stanquer has it for Ware into his own half. Chipped forward by Dan Rumans. Looking for Pat Adamson, who goes up. Liam Hope loses his footing, but Harry Watkins gets it back. Hope then gives it away. Gareth Madden has it midway inside the Hertford half. Liam Hope finds Madden again. Madden's ball looking for Lee Rose on the far side of the box, but Byron sorts that out, and Hertford come away with James Stewarts. Looking for Byron again down that line. Threads it in for Ben Wayman. Wayman and Byron. Here's Ben Wayman. And good save by Callum Kitchker. Came a long way, the goalkeeper, and saved it well with his legs at the expense of a corner. Otherwise, Hertford could have had a second there. Wayman coming forward with purpose down that left-hand side. Bracknell have scored a 4th now against Harlow. So racking the goals up there. Not doing their goal difference any harm. As Hertford have taken the corner short. Guymer puts it back to Isaac Pedro. Pedro midway inside the Ware half. Long ball forward straight into the arms of Callum Kitchker. Kitchker's kick on this near side brings in Liam Hope midway inside the Hertford half. It's not got much support though. He's having to go backwards all the way back to Pat Adamson inside his own half. Adamson on the halfway line, then gets a roadblock in the form of Kit Brown in front of him, and Adamson's given the ball away to Alfie Q. As Q to Guymer to Kit Brown. This is good football by Hertford, but Brown's ball to Q is read by Dan Rumans. Brown on this near side though brings in Nathan Fumer. Fumer's ball. Callum Kitchker was struggling, and Nathan Fumer saw the goalkeeper and put it onto the roof of the net. So, just about 5 minutes to go before the break. We'll have a couple of minutes added on for that injury to Albert Adu. But Hertford, you've got to say, probably good value for the advantage at the moment. Ware haven't really threatened. Nick Hayes hasn't had a save to make in anger. Toby Byron got him out of trouble the one time that Ware did threaten through Lewis Rose. But Hertford have had an increasing confidence since that goal from Chris Gosling. But having said that, Isaac Pedro gives it away. It's Josh Williams. Seen very little of him. Williams right hand side of the box. Williams turns, puts the ball across, and Liam Hope has put it over the top from 3 yards out. Ware will not get a better chance to equalise than that. Ware fans behind the goal, heads in hands. How on earth did Ware's top scorer miss that? 32 this season. That looked odds on 33, but Liam Hope has scooped it over the top of the crossbar. Well, best chance of the game by far for the visitors. Josh Williams did the job on the right hand side, And he would have put the mortgage on the man with 32 goals to his name this season, just rolling that in. But Liam Hope skied it over the top. Led off for Hertford. Nick Hayes will take the kick. Nice near side. Alfie Q wrestling with William Stanqua. It's Hertford that get the throw in. Nathan Fuma will take the throw for Ben Hurd's team. Down the line, Gareth Madden wins it. Harry Watkins will react first, but chips it to the edge of his own area where he picks out Lewis Rose. Rose on the far side, just manages to get round Alfie Q, thumps it forward, but Josh Williams knew he was in an offside position and has come back. So Max Jessup on this near side gives it away to Pat Adamson. That could be costly. Adamson puts the ball in for Josh Williams on the edge of the area. Williams, though, with Gosling behind him, manages to maintain possession. He's got 3 Hertford players around him, and in the end, Hertford sorted out, and Toby Byron comes away with the ball. Byron, ball forward for Alfie Q. Here comes Kitchker. Good goalkeeping. Long kick forward by the Ware keeper. Max Jessup brings it down for Nathan Fuma. Fuma will return the compliment. Jessup will put it back into his own penalty area for Nick Hayes. Far side looking for Toby Byron. Byron finds Ben Wayman. Fraser's out of position here. Wayman going down the left hand side. Ben Wayman still going, goes round Lewis Rose, but in the end his control lets him down and Kishka comes out and collects quite comfortably for Ware. Couple of minutes left in the first half here. 1-0 Hertford Town lead. Chris Gosling's second goal of the season separates the two. Long kick forward. Liam Hope, who missed a chance of the season to make it 1-1, puts the ball down. William Stanqua on the overlap. Stanqua across the box, bounces off of Max Jessup's knee, and Fuma can't keep it in, so it's going to be a corner for Ware on this near side. Continue a massive win for Hertford Ladies first. They've been Wapping 3-2 at the top of Eastern Region Division 3 South in ladies hockey. Well done, ladies. It's just what they needed after 2 straight defeats, and they'll be 3 points clear at the top of the table, so well done to them. Good day for Hertford so far. Harry Watkins corner has Hayes backpedalling, but manages to get it away from Lewis Rose. Bowls it out far side for James Dewars. Dewars looking for some movement, finds it in Ben Wayman. Wayman brings the ball across field, going from right to left to bring in Nathan Fuma, who's got some space here. Fuma looks to set in Kit Brown, but Adamson had read it. Liam Hope finds Gareth Madden. Madden's ball looks to search out William Stanqua, but good job by Isaac Pedro. Nick Hayes, though, is the next goalkeeper, sliced the ball high. Nathan Fuma heads it a bit further forward. William Stanqua brings it down for Gareth Madden. Brings in Liam Hope. Hope onto the halfway line for Dan Rumans. Rumans to the edge of the area for Josh Williams. Williams on this near side for William Stanqua. Stanqua's cross should be easy meat for Nick Hayes, but the goalkeeper's dropped it but manages to get it at the second attempt under challenge from Lee Rose. Nick Hayes stays down, and in time added on for stoppages at the end of the first half here. And I think it may need some treatment here. The goalkeeper stayed down, hasn't moved since he went up for that challenge. I think the physio's going to have to come on here, or is he going to be okay? Referee's being tolerant and waiting for the goalkeeper to get up, but physio is now coming on. Referee having a look at his watch, and just a little bit of concern. Nick Hayes had that one injury this season when he injured that ankle when he came down awkwardly at Northwood. Apart from that, he's been a fixture in between those posts for Ben Hurd's team. And physio just having a little bit of a look at him. He's still down on his knees. Well, for the thoughts of 2 managers, I think Ben Hurd will be very happy inside that Hertford dressing room. He's sitting there taking a few notes. Ready, an unfamiliar position for him, of course, on the dugout on that far side. Paul Halsey, meanwhile, well, might be preparing the hairdryer, because Ware again haven't looked like league leaders. As Alfie Q can't keep it in on this near side, or in fact he does at second attempt. Kit Brown though gives it away to Lewis Rose. Rose will put it all the way back for his goalkeeper Callum Kishka. Staines are 2-0 up at Chalfont, which is a surprise. FC Romania 2-0 down against Waltham Abbey, so it's a possibility Staines could be off the bottom of the table tonight. Got a whole host of new players, of course, so be interesting to see as Jessup controls it on the edge of his area, tries to bring in Ben Wayman on the far side, and it's FC Romania, the team that down Ware gave the ball in on the far side. I think Hertford thought it had gone out. Fraser puts it down the right touchline, but Gosling, who's looked pretty solid, he's in the way once again. Toby Byron forward, but that one's going to hang and give Lewis Rose chance to get there, although Alfie Q blocks his clearance and it rebounds to the keeper Callum Kishka. Referee can't be adding too much more on, I think. He's had another look at his watch at the end of the half, and indeed he doesn't add any more on. At the end of a first half that see Hertford Town in front. Chris Gosling's second goal of the season, scored after 27 minutes, is what separates the two teams, although only Ware's Liam Hope will know how he missed from 3 yards out. Half-time at the Acre Cars here with an attendance of 608, we understand. It's Hertford Town 1, Ware 0.